with us some of the representatives from the city and also our municipal government to bring you the latest update about the prevention and control effort of COVID-19 in the Shanghai city. Today we have with us Mr. Chen Jun, Deputy Mayor of Shanghai, Mr. Wang Yong, the representative of the Education Bureau, and the representatives of the Health Committee in Shanghai, and also the Deputy Mayor of Pudong District. We have continued the online education for a quite long time because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The parents is really worried about the upcoming exams for the college entrance examinations and the high school entrance examination. So first we are going to give the floor to Mayor Chen Jun to bring us the latest update about the examinations. Distinguished friends from the media, starting from March the 2nd, the middle school and primary school students has started the online education, and in the campus of some of the colleges, it has been locked down for 57 days. And the past few months, although the prevention and control efforts remains to be continued, and also the online education continues. But there are some of the situations happened under this online education, and there are some of the sporadic cases occurred. It is affecting the teachers, the students, and also the staffs. The students is right at the age where they need to be activate and interact in the society. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they have to stay indoors. While they are contributing their effort for the prevention and control of COVID-19, some of the students are still doing the online education and stick to the educations, as well as participate in the voluntary work in their community. Here, I'd like to borrow this opportunity to thank all the students and also their parents for the support during the past 2 months. We also want to thank the frontline workers who has been working in the frontline in the schools, the school headmasters, the school high-level executives, as well as teachers. For the students in the primary levels, currently, the students who is about to enter the college entrance examinations as well as the high school entrance examinations is at the critical time. This year, we are going to see that 50,000 students is going to participate in the college entrance examination, as well as there is around 30,000 students across Shanghai who is going to participate in the high school entrance examination. After listening to representatives from the students and also the parents and also the schools, and based on the latest development of the COVID-19 prevention and control, and with the agreement of the Ministry of Education, we are going to do the following adjustment. The college entrance examination in our city is going to be postponed to the 6th and 7th of July, while the high school entrance examination is going to be postponed to the 11th of June. We are also going to cancel the laboratory experiment for physics and chemistry, as well as the oral English test for the middle school students. We have done this adjustment based on the 3 concerns. The first one is that we need to give more time for the students in the 3rd grade of middle school and 3rd grade of high school to have enough time. After the COVID-19 pandemic, if they have just get out of their family and into the testing field, it is not very healthy for their psychological status. The education experts, teachers, and the school representatives think the students need some time to adjust to the outdoor environment. Second, between the level testing and also the autumn testing, the students should be left some of the times to better prepare. After the students has finished the different level testing and reviewing, the student could have some time to review their Chinese, mathematics, and English to be entered and embraces the final examination. Thirdly, the physics and the chemistry experiment, as well as the oral English test, is not accounting for a high proportion of the total examination results, but it is very difficult to organize the relevant test. Another reason is that the third grader middle school students are not able to participate in the physics and the chemistry experiment. So we decided to cancel the examination. Later, we are going to motivate all the powers in the education system to do the following two works. The first one is that we are going to help the students who have been infected with the COVID-19. The students whose parents is fighting at the front line of COVID-19, we are going to have a tailor-made plan for all the students. Second, we are going to make all the prerequisites to enroll as many students as possible. We are also going to set up the emergency testing field. After the postponement of the college entrance examination, it is very likely that during the summertime, the thunderstorms, typhoon, among other extreme weather events is going to occur during the testing time. We are working together with the weather forecast institutions, the Public Security Bureau, as well as the Education Bureau, that the conditions during the testing is going to be guaranteed. For other testing requirements in our city, we are going to consider the interlink between the different tests and release relevant information. For the enrollment of the kindergartens and also the recruitment of the compulsory education, the policy remains stable and the details is going to come out at the end of this month. Please be assured that we are going to leave enough time for the enrollment and the recruitment. For the question of when to return to schools, we are going to keep up with a detailed plan once the pandemic is controlled. That is my brief briefing. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are going to invite Deputy Director Zhao Dandan from the CDC Shanghai to bring you the latest update of the COVID-19 pandemic in Shanghai. On the 6th of May, the newly confirmed cases of Shanghai is 263, while the asymptomatic cases in Shanghai is 3,665. And the 228 cases, 18 of them is discovered in the closed loop. From this perspective, the newly added positive cases is around 39 cases and 3,995 cases that we have discovered. For the asymptomatic cases, 2,000 of them is discovered in the closed loop and 18 of them is discovered from the society. Among these 18 patients, 7 of them is discovered in the key areas, while 1 is discovered in the lockdown areas. And there are 3 cases that we detected during the PCR screening. By the 24th of May, there is 464 severe cases. On the 6th of May, the newly mortality rate is 30 cases. These patients have other underlying disease as well as comorbidities, including the late disease rectus cancer, lung cancer, brain cancer, chronic leukemia, acute myocardial infarction, high-level hypertension, Parkinson, Alzheimer's disease, and renal failures. During the 30 different cases, one of them has been vaccinated, while other 12 has not been vaccinated. The major reason is because of the late-stage oncological disease or other symptoms. By the end of this month, we have detected the close contact of these related cases as 7,600. Yesterday, we have discharged 166 cases, while there is 11,666 cases who is discharged from the quarantining area. They are going to leave the makeshift hospital and go back to the community. Later, recently, we have done another round of the PCR test as well as antigen test. According to the latest result, by the 5th of May, there is 11,695 lockdown area. It is about 22 million people, and for the lockdown area, there is 4,665 residential communities. Thank you very much, Dr. Zhao Dandan, for your introduction. Now the floor is open up for questions. Please identify your affiliated institution before the questions. Thank you very much. With People's Daily, my question is given to Mayor Chen. Apart from the third grade of the middle school students, middle school and also the third grade of the high school, the college graduates is facing a huge pressure for employment. How do you address these employment issues for the college graduates? Thank you very much for your question. Every year, from March to May, it is a very crucial period for the college graduates to finish their dissertations and also this is a very critical period. All the colleges and universities in Shanghai is locked down. We have also reminded all the universities and colleges and also high-level educational institutions to do a good online management. While doing a good online management, they should have the students finish their dissertations and also papers. We also required all the schools should arrange special forces to help the students to get their employment and also start their own business. This year, there is 227 million college graduates in Shanghai. It is the highest for the past 5 years. By yesterday, there is 32.5% of the students who have secured a job. That is 6.5% down compared with last year. There is a huge pressure for the college graduates to get employed. So we are actually working our effort in the following three fronts. The first one is that we are going to grant some of the promotion policies. In the recent few years, there are 11 governmental departments has issued all kinds of policies, including the retreatment and return of taxes and the preferential policies to the entrepreneurs. A lot of them is really important supporting policies. For example, there are the city-owned SOEs and also central government-owned SOEs. They are going to give a special position for the students in Shanghai this year. And we have also opened up the enrollment for the public service systems. At the same time, we are also working together with the free trade areas as well as other potential opportunities for the graduates. Here, I'm calling for all the companies, especially companies in the private sectors. Please readjust your recruitment procedure because of the COVID-19 and please lower down the requirement for the internship. This is going to be very helpful for us to help the students in the vocational school to find a job. Secondly, please work on the enhancement of online recruitment. Starting from February, we have launched a series of the campaigns. There are some of the online activities which has been organized for over 20,000 times, and this event is going to continue at the end of August. We are also going to lower down the risk and impact for our failures in the offline recruitment. We are also asking other provinces to give us more employment opportunities. Thirdly, we are trying to optimize the employment procedures. We are actually giving a very provincial policies to the college graduates in the year 2020. There is going to be 2 branches of the college graduates who can put their household registration system in Shanghai. The first branch is going to open at August this year, and the second branch is going to open at the end of this year. The government is thinking it as a very important task for them to help the college graduates to get the Shanghai hukou. And the college graduates can use a application to figure out and trace their latest progressions in terms of the household registration procedures, as well as the signings of the employment. We are working together with the mentors as well as the teachers and professors to enlarge all kinds of opportunities. The colleges is also going to help the students who have suffered from the pandemic, those who are affected or those who are locked up because of the close contact. Facing this severe situation, I hope that all the graduates could adjust the expectation reasonably. Find a job first and then readjust your expectation. We are going to let all the factors place in the employment. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With Shanghai's Liberation Daily, my question is for the Education Committee of Shanghai City. How can you make the arrangement for the college entrance examination and high school entrance examination? What is the arrangement, and can you tell us? Thank you very much for your introduction. The college entrance examination and high school entrance examination is related to the destiny of thousands and millions of the students. In terms of the designing of the test, the guaranteeing of the testing field, as well as the clear process, we are going to maintain a fair and detailed process. First, we are going to design the testing papers and also the storage of the testing papers, the logistics of the testing papers, in a very strict manner. We are also going to create an all-student environment. Second, we are going to make sure that this is going to be a secure process. After the year 2020, we have accumulated a lot of experiences. Moving into the next stage, we are going to make the procedure more detailed. That is to say, we are going to focus our relations with the CDC as well as the healthcare sectors. Our plan is targeting the pre-examination, examination, and post-examination, and we have done a series of the drills targeting the potential emergency that might occur during the process. for the students who is still under the treatment or for the students who demonstrate abnormal PCR testing result. We are going to set up a special examination area for them. Our biggest hope is that all of our emergency plan is not going to occur while all the students can receive the college entrance examinations and high school entrance examination safe and sound. And thirdly, we are going to organize the whole procedures in an orderly manner. We have years of experience to organize this massive scale entrance examination. We are going to work together with the confidential department, public security department, weather focus department, as well as the healthcare department to safeguard all the students go through the examination procedures. We have considered that during the June, the temperature is going to be high. That's the reason why we have installed the air conditions in every testing classroom. And we have also made some of the emergency plans for the extreme weather events, including the thunderstorms and the hurricanes, as well as heavy rains. We have also organized the middle school students to be responsible for each one of the students, providing the psychological and mental support for the students. We are going to fill in the recruitment information, and this is also going to ease the anxiety for the students. For the special groups of the disabled students, we are going to provide a tailor-made convenient services. We are going to make sure that all the college entrance students is going to enjoy a very good environment. At the same time, we are also hoping that all the students could do a good job of personal protection and embraces the examination in best condition. Thank you. Thank you very much. With Oriental Network, this question is directed to Zhao Dandan, Deputy Director of the CDC. What is the latest update of the COVID-19 pandemic in Shanghai? Can you analyze the positive cases across Shanghai? Thank you very much for your question. According to the arrangement of the COVID-19 prevention and control in Shanghai, in the lockdown area and also in the control areas, and we have conducted the PCR test as well as the antigen test. By the 6th of May, there is around 57 million times of the people received the PCR test as well as the antigen test. The newly reported positive case is around 22,000 cases, among which the lockdown area is accounting for 54%, and there is around 28.8% of the people who is discovered during their quarantining area, and 7.7% is discovered through the massive PCR test. The rest is discovered during the PCR test for the control area as well as the key groups special PCR test. We could see that in the Jinshan district, Pudong district, as well as other districts, there is not too much positive cases reported. But from the general result, the out residential areas and the in the city center is where we have detected the most positive cases. And from the occupation perspective, the delivery man, as well as some of the workers at the front door, is going to be the most contagious person. although Shanghai is seeing a decline for the reported cases, but we are still at the critical period for the prevention and control. We should not sit back and relax based on the previous achievements. In the coming days, while we are going to implement all the requirements in the lockdown area as well as the control area, we are going to take every patient into the quarantining area if we discovered them. The prevention and control of COVID-19 in Shanghai cannot be separated from the support of our citizens. Let's act up to achieve a final zero COVID case in Shanghai. Thank you very much. With Pengpai News. This question is directed at the Pudong New area. So what kind of focus will Pudong start to achieve a zero COVID situation in Pudong? And can you tell us the effort that Pudong district made to actually achieve a restoration of the work and manufacturing? The Pudong district is going to fully implement the spirit of the General Secretary Xi Jinping's idea that we are going to eliminate the COVID-19 cases in China, and we have also came up with 10 actions. We are going to work in a more stricter measures in order to win this battle against COVID-19 as quickly as possible and leaving enough time for the students to go to their examination classroom. We are going to launch a series of the 5 major campaigns. We are going to clean the sources, clean the sporadic routes. We are also going to do a quick sterilization, quick transfer, quick enrollment. We are also going to have a stricter epidemiological research in the process. We are also going to focus on the key areas, the deprived communities, the key industries, the villages in the city, and as well as the highly contagious groups of the people. And these measures is designed to reduce the positive cases. This is also going to help us to achieve a real zero COVID policy across Pudong. Here, I want to thank all the citizens in Pudong for your support, and we also want to thank the frontline workers for your hard work. We are going to design a more targeted procedure, and we are also going to focus on the vulnerable groups. To coordinate the prevention and control of COVID-19 as well as the work resumption. We are seeing that for the key industries in Pudong, including the biomedicine, concentrated circuits, as well as the chip making industry. These are what we call the key industries. And these industries is not going to postpone their day-to-day manufacturing. We are going to provide all kinds of policies. For example, for China Chip International, it has 578 staff. It has 2 factories and 1 dormitories. We are helping the companies who are seeing their factories and dormitories scattered. For every 2 days, all the employees is going to win 1 round of the PCR test. We have also arranged the shuttle buses to move the staffs from their dormitory to the factory. And this is how we achieve a closed-loop management. For the Lingang Industrial Park, it is working together with Tesla. On the 11th of April, Tesla resumes its production. And by today, Tesla has produced 11,000 units of vehicles. According to the different conditions of the city, we are going to arrange the procedures. We are also going to give all kinds of guidance to help the companies to resume their manufacture as well as work. We are also going to help the companies to address the relevant problems during the logistics as well as the transportations. By the 5th of May, and the first bunch of the companies, including 189 companies, resumes their work and operation. Thirdly, we are also going to address the problems in the company with the zero COVID policy. The company has a strong desire to resume their manufacturing and work. We are going to give the company strong guidance and also address the potential problems. We are also going to help the company to get an e-promotion license to help the companies to get a logistic license, especially for this trans-provincial logistic demand. Thank you.
我们最后再提一个问题，好，请23号线路的记者。
Thank you very much. With Shanghai Education Television, my question is given to Mr. Wang Ping. The students has went through a period of online education. How will the students prepare for the upcoming examination? Are there any special training courses for these students? Thank you very much for your question. During the COVID-19 pandemic, these graduate students from the third grade of the middle school and third grade of a high school do have some difficulties facing the upcoming examinations. Here we have 3 advice. The first one is to calm down and to work hard and also to have confidence. First, please use the materials online and prepare it. The postponement of the college entrance examination and high school entrance examination means that we have extra time while we are going to work to our extreme, that is to say before the college entrance examination. The student is going to enjoy several weeks of the school education. I think the student is going to experience some of the recovering time, so the preparation time is sufficient. Please do not be anxious. The City Education Committee has prepared 3 resources. The first one is that we have built education resources relying on the online education, and these kind of education documents and slides is very detailed. And it is being written according to the textbook. Second, we have gathered all the high-level education experts to answer the questions through a live streaming education classroom. This is going to help the students to answer the key questions that they are confused during the process. Thirdly, we are trying to build up a broadcasting program in the Shanghai Education Television. I think the first course has been broadcasted on the in the day before yesterday, and for this time we are also going to give a special sessions for the different disciplines, including the reading session for Chinese as well as the experiment session for the physics. And through this special session, this is going to improve the results for the review. And we hope that all the students could use these online resources. Secondly, we are going to come up with a self-reviewing plan. Currently, the education courses and the graduation students has already been finished. It is the time for reviewing and preparation of the exams. Please reduce unnecessary external turbulence. Be more focused and stick to a more reasonable schedule. That is to say, we are going to start the preparation from 4 fronts. The first one is that we are going to keep up with the pace of reviewing. following the teacher's instruction, and finish your homework according to the teacher's instruction. And based on the pre-education system, each one of the students should come up with a reviewing plan and stick to it. Secondly, find all the loopholes during the study. After each one of the exercise, find your own weak link as well as the loopholes. Please keep up with a list for those of the loopholes and weak links that you are not clearly understandable. And also use a good online educational resources. And thirdly, please do a lot of testing papers. I think that with more preparation, the testing items is going to become quite familiar. And do not waste your time for the already known subjects as well as the requirements. And fourthly, please pay attention to the sufficient rest. The urgent preparation needs all of us to work hard. College entrance examination as well as high school entrance examination is a competition for the strength as well as the physical health. Please do some of the physical physical exercise every day. Thirdly, please adjust your mentality. Please adjust your mentality, and this is a very important battlefield for your life. And through this gateway, you are open to the world of wonders. So, all the students, please bear the spirit of the pursuing of excellence. Do not only think that the examination is a test for what you have learned. It is also a test for your own personal willingness, and it is a test for whether you can shoulder the responsibilities the country and our nation granted to you. Please be confident and well prepared. Trust yourself and believing in yourself that after years of preparation, definitely you are going to be successful, and do not lose your confidence even you have experienced 1 to 2 failures. And please improve the preparation efficiency. Please stick to the principle that once you sow, you are going to harvest. We are going to think the preparation under the examination is a special test to your willingness, and you should also improve the understanding that the situation is decided. It is not yet. And every day you should learn something new and you should achieve something new. So the testing for an examination is just like a marathon. It is a test for your personal strengths, your willingness, and also your physical as well as mental health. Through the college entrance examination and the high school entrance examination, you are going to be a better self. And I hope that all the students could achieve a good result during the examination. Thank you. Thank you very much, Director Wang Ping. If all the friends from the media or the journalists has further questions, please contact our information office. We are going to wrap up the press conference today. Thank you.